Hello and good afternoon.
Good
Hello.
afternoon.
Oh, such a pleasure to see you here and to welcome you, my lovely panel here in Anchored in Love, and to welcome and invite our community on LinkedIn and on YouTube that are watching us live as well. And if at any point you catch the recording of our meeting, please feel free to tell us where you're joining us from, tell us how you are doing, and will you please share the perspective with us? We like to hear your thoughts on the subjects that we bring to our round table here, our friendship table. This week, we are discussing interesting subject. Let's see who has done the homework. Mr. Movit, can I rely on you to kick us off this week?
Yes, Katarina. The reason why I also do my homework is for myself, because I can get into the material a little deeper, and topics you bring and topics out the other members bring are very valuable and topics that everyone should spend some time thinking about. So this is why I do my homework, to invest into myself. So if everybody else would do their homework, you'd have a great investment in yourself and in us. So that's the main reason. So I'll be happy to kick off, because I only have a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, and it's a topic I'd like to talk to for about 90 minutes, because I love this one. I love this one. You know, a friend is always complaining. Don't complain about the complaining, because they're doing exactly the same like they're doing. They're complaining and you're complaining. So the first thing you do is you bring 2 solutions before you complain. So if you complain, make sure you have 2 solutions, if not 3, for that problem.
Yep.
And I teach my friends, as I was taught by my dad, make sure you have 2 solutions before you make your complaint.
Yep.
You've got to come with a solution, because we don't want to just talk about complaining. Complaining is good, but we need more the solution. So this is what I would do. I would get them to understand this principle, that they should also have solutions if they're going to complain. So you can come to me and complain, that's okay, but we can't stop there. I need you to give me at least 2 or 3 solutions. And here's the beauty about that, and then I'll stop there. Here's the beauty about that. Every problem has got many solutions.
Yes.
Which means the solutions out there looking for a problem.
Yes. Beautiful. I like that a lot, right?
Thank you.
Excellent perspective. And thank you for wrapping it up there, encapsulating what you have to say on the subject, and inviting, perhaps if somebody wants to have a deeper discussion with you, they can always reach out to you. I know you are.
Absolutely. This is my topic. I love it. I love complainers.
Do you? Beautiful. Maybe that's why you're attracting them. Who would like to share next? Brilliant.
I don't mind going next.
Go ahead, please.
So I think so for me, there's always going to be people who complain. They will complain and they will complain and they will complain as well. But one of the things that I have discovered about that is, if you don't get involved in what they are complaining about, then they will technically have nothing to complain about in that context. Because if you are adding fuel to the fire, let's say, then that particular fire is going to grow and it's going to grow and it's going to grow as well. Yes. But if you take it away at its source, so the thing that they are complaining about, if you take it away at its source, they have nothing genuinely to complain about. And that happened to me with a friend of mine he was always complaining about my timing, and I would never call him back. So what I started to do, I called him back. I responded to his messages straight away.
Right.
I gave him nothing to complain about. So you always take away what they want to complain about.
Mm-hmm.
And that is pretty much how you would solve a friend who always complains. Take away that thing that they are complaining about.
Right.
Solve the actual issue itself.
Well, that is good if it is within your power of control.
Yeah,
like this time was directly applicable to your behavior, so you fixed it at the source and eliminated the problem. So very interesting perspective. Thank you so much for sharing that. Beautiful. Vinod and Angelica, who wants to go next? We are ready to hear you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Actually, as always, I have 3 points to share on this topic. Yeah. So, like when people or a friend is complaining, he or she might be, sometimes right as well. So, first thing will be like we have to listen them carefully and try to understand their problems. As I think, listening to each other is a, kind of thing which resolves many problems between any relationship.
Yep.
Whether it's friendship or any other relationship.
Right.
And yeah. And the second point could be like we have to be open. Whatever he or she is trying to, share with you or with us.
Okay.
Yeah. And like third point could be we should be ready to help them in any and every situation. Sometimes we can't listen them and like we try to avoid, like he's always complaining and let's avoid him. Sometimes we miss the opportunity to help them.
Yes.
Yes.
Love that perspective. Beautiful. Those are some very, very deep observations. And coming from our youngest member here, just I love that. You're on that path, and you're so finely tuned into listening to these subtle instructions inside yourself. That's beautiful, my friend. Thank you for sharing. Angelica, very curious about your answer.
Well, most of them, they share everything already. So I would like just to say that I agree with all of them. And also that depending on what we are focused on, depending on what we are focused on, we are attracting the complaints and the challenge. And more than cutting conversation is also how we show up on a conversation with our friends.
Yes.
But let's say that the complaint could be even genuine, not very heavy like an adult. So let's say when a child is complaining.
Yes.
So what's happened? The fact that we always say to them the word problem. And when we need to let them understand that there are not existing problems that we can call a challenge. Yes. And I heard long time ago, I heard a story. Now I do not remember who wrote, but it was an experience of a teenager that she was mentioning. She mentioned that the father taught her how to learn how to fail more often when she was a child, because in this way, when she was failing on something on the life, actually was not something so terrible, but was something normal to fail.
It's part of life.
And that is part of the life, because it's just the first step to discover something new or bigger than us. So that are my best two advices.
Absolutely. Love your perspective. You've taken us deeper, and you have also allowed me the segue into what I am about to share. To me is always with people who are complaining, and we hear this sort of conversations. I had this question, posed to me, but my friend or my partner is constantly complaining, and I reframe that for people, because I always reframe that for myself, right? We look at what we are bringing to the table, exactly like Angelica was saying. What am I doing to attract this person's complaining in this way, right? And try and influence it from within, because that is always what we do have control of influencing. And you show up with your own certainty, you show up with your conviction, you show up as a role model, you show up as unconditional friend to them, and you turn the tables around every single time. I promise you that. So that just try it and play with that. Don't think that the issue is the complainer. Think that maybe the issue is me, right? Maybe I am doing something to attract this today, right? So how can I, because we are here to be the light in the world. Each one of us has inside us this incredible shining power. I invite you today to tap into that power and show up with full power in the world and see the result of that. See the result of your intention. And if you persist with that attitude, there's no telling where you will be. In 1 week's time, in 1 month's time, and in 1 year's time. You will not recognize your old life for the better, right? So thank you so much for inspiring me to share what I just shared and to bring this enlightened conversation. I just love it. I love our conversations, and I hope that, and I know that we will bring more and more of these interesting subjects to everyone in our communities, within our connections, and within our friends, because we want to inspire, we want to lead, we want to empower people, because when we join forces with all of this purpose, what unfolds is something beautiful. That is how we are anchored in love here. That is, we are showing up here to share this with you, and we hope that you will take us up on the invitation to join us. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your life, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, dear friends.
Thank you.
All the wonderful shares.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.